I hear these days many Christians who are waiting for the end time. What they're saying is Obama is the Antichrist. And many of them see visions and have dreams about Obama. And some of them are like 100% sure that Obama is the Antichrist. But I believe that Obama is not the Antichrist, but actually he is Gog. And some of you might be aware of the Jewish boy Nathan's prophecy. And he died and went to heaven to see visions about end time. And what he understood in heaven was that at that time, Messiah was in Israel. And he's a very well-known person. And what I understand about the end time is that the person who is accepted by Israel as a Messiah, that person will be the Antichrist. So if Obama was the real Antichrist, then he would have been in Israel at that time. But that was 2015, and at that time, Obama was not in Israel. In 2013, he visited Israel as a US president, but at that time, in 2015, Obama was not in Israel. So I believe Obama is not the Antichrist, but just like Nathan saw, I think he's Gog who will attack Israel. So what I'm telling you is that many people who believes Obama as the Antichrist, and then he gets killed in the war, as Jewish boy Nathan saw. What he saw was Obama will attack Israel, and then the Messiah will appear and kill Obama and save Israel. So when that happens, those who believe Obama to be the Antichrist, then they might be deceived to believe that the person who killed Obama is Jesus. So they might be deceived. And all these things are really tied to this Bible prophecy perfectly. And another thing I want to point out is that a lot of people are misunderstanding about this Bible prophecy, which is Daniel's 70th week. It's in Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. And a lot of people misunderstand about this war that is described before verse 27. So on verse 27, there's the 7-year covenant with many for 1 week. And before that, there is war here. And most of the people believe that this war is the war in which Romans attacked Jerusalem and destroyed the Jewish temple. But they miss this detail about the flood. It says, its end shall come with a flood. But if you check in the history, when the Romans attacked Jerusalem in AD 70, there's no mention about any flood happening in Jerusalem. So what I believe is that this prophecy on Daniel chapter 9 verse 26 is actually a double prophecy. Just like in Matthew 24, Jesus prophesied about the destruction of Jerusalem, and he talked about it like a same event as with the Great Tribulation, but actually it's two different events prophesied in one prophecy. So what Jesus prophesied in Matthew 24 is actually a double prophecy, which prophesied about the destruction of Jerusalem and also the Great Tribulation that will happen in the end time. Just like that, I believe this prophecy in verse 26 is a double prophecy. So it prophesied about the war in AD 70, but it also prophesies about the coming war in the end time. Because in the AD 70 war, there was no flood. But the Bible is saying that war shall end with a flood. Its end shall come with a flood. So I think there must be a war coming in the future that will end with a flood. And all these things fit like a globe with what Jewish boy Nathan saw in heaven. So I believe this war prophesied in verse 26 is actually the war that Nathan saw, in which Obama attacks Israel and the Jewish Messiah, the Antichrist, kills Obama and save Israel. And that false Messiah will go on to make the covenant for 7 years, which comes in verse 27. But one thing I like to point out is that before that war, there must be the sanctuary already rebuilt, which is the Jewish temple. So before Obama attacks Israel, the Jewish temple will have to be rebuilt already. So I believe what will happen is Obama will attack Israel and destroy the Jewish temple rebuilt, and then the Antichrist will appear to kill Obama, and he will make the covenant with many for 1 week to start the last 7 years. So when that happens, I think those who believe that Obama was the Antichrist will be deceived. And they will think when the Jewish temple is rebuilt before that war, they will think that the last 7 years has started already. And then when Obama attacks Israel and kills many people in Israel, then they will think that the Great Tribulation has come. And then when the Antichrist, who will be accepted as a Jewish Messiah, when he comes to kill Obama, then a lot of people think that that person who killed Obama is the real Jesus. And then when Israel makes peace with everybody, and if that Antichrist is proclaimed as Jesus, then many people will think that the Great Tribulation has passed and the 1,000 years kingdom have come and the redemption of Israel has come. So many people might be fooled. So a lot of people are not aware of this deception happening. So I encourage you to not to be deceived when this happens, and keep on praying and stay awake and ask His guidance.